Good morning and welcome to Sober Readings for Wednesday, October 8th. This is a special guest reader episode. My friend Nicholas is here to read today's Sober Readings.
Today's reading from 24 Hours a Day. Thought for the day. There is such a thing as being too loyal to any one group. Do I feel put out when another group starts and some members of my group leave it and branch out into new territory? Or do I send them out with my blessing? Do I visit that new offshoot group and help it get along? Or do I sulk in my own tent? AA grows by the starting of new groups all the time. I must realize that it's a good thing for a large group to split up into smaller ones, even if it means that the large group, my own group, becomes smaller. Am I always ready to help new groups? Meditation for the day. Pray, and keep praying until it brings peace and serenity and a feeling of communion with one who is near and ready to help. The thought of God is balm for our hates and fears. In praying to God, we find healing for hurt feelings and resentments. In thinking of God, doubts and fears leave us. Instead of those doubts and fears, there will flow into our hearts such faith and love as is beyond the power of material things to give, and such peace as the world can neither give nor take away. And with God, we can have the tolerance to live and let live. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may have true tolerance and understanding. I pray that I may keep striving for these difficult things. Reading from Daily Reflections. Daily Inventory. And when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. From Alcoholics Anonymous, page 59. I was beginning to approach my new life of sobriety with unaccustomed enthusiasm. New friends were cropping up, and some of my battered friendships had begun to be repaired. Life was exciting, and I even began to enjoy my work, becoming so bold as to issue a report on the lack of proper care for some of our clients. One day, a coworker informed me that my boss was really sore because a complaint submitted over his head had caused him much discomfort at the hands of his superiors. I knew that my report had created the problem and began to feel responsible for my boss's difficulty. In discussing the affair, my coworker tried to reassure me that an apology was not necessary, but I soon became convinced that I had to do something regardless of how it might turn out. When I approached my boss and owned up to my hand in his difficulties, he was surprised. But unexpected things came out of our encounter, and my boss and I were able to agree to interact more directly and effectively in the future. From As Bill Sees It. Principles before expediency. Most of us thought good character was desirable. Obviously, good character was something one needed to get on with the business of being self-satisfied. With a proper display of honesty and morality, we'd stand a better chance of getting what we really wanted. But whenever we had to choose between character and comfort, character building was lost in the dust of our chase after what we thought was happiness. Seldom did we look at character building as something desirable in itself. We never thought of making honesty, tolerance, and true love of man and God the daily basis of living. How to translate a right mental conviction into a right emotional result, and so into easy, happy, and good living is the problem of life itself.
Thank you, Nicholas, for today's Sober Readings. And you won't want to miss the next 2 days of Sober Readings where I have 2 more special guest readers. Until then, remember, just for today, don't drink, go to a meeting, and keep coming back. Have a great day. And as my friend Larry says, best day ever.